Hello, gentlemen. What may I do for you?
We would like to ask you a few questions regarding a murder that happened at the zoo last night while you were on duty.
Please come in and make yourselves comfortable.
This mud bears an uncommon resemblance to the clay I saw in the lion's pit. I wonder if there is a connection.
If you say so, Holmes, the man is a zookeeper after all. Frankly, I was more interested in the lion than I was in his terrain.
Where do you imagine Mr. Kingsley acquired all the mud on his boots, Watson?
There's a lot of muddy ground at the zoo, I'm sure.
A remarkably tidy and pleasant room, wouldn't you say, Doctor?
I would indeed, Holmes. It might serve as an inspiration to a less fastidious lodger of my acquaintance.
We're sorry to disturb you, Mr. Kingsley. A man was savagely murdered at the zoo last night. Did you observe anything unusual during your tour of the grounds?
A murder? During my watch? You don't say.
A man named Gardner was found outside the managing director's office, but he was not killed there.
Where then?
We were hoping you could tell us.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about it.
You have a reputation for knowing a lot about animals. Could any of them have been responsible for Mr. Gardner's death?
Never, unless they were provoked. No, never.
When did you last clean Felix's cage?
Last night about 6 or 6:30.
You care for several species of animals, Mr. Kingsley. Surely you have a favorite.
It's no secret that I have a special relation with Felix. That's no crime.
And you tried to protect him if you thought he was in trouble?
I would try.
What if I were to tell you that I have seen enough to assure me that Felix was not responsible for Gardner's death?
He wasn't? I mean, of course he wasn't.
Let us be frank, Mr. Kingsley. You moved Gardner's body from Felix's cage, did you not? What happened? I assure you I bear you no ill will, nor Felix either, for that matter. We can keep your story just between us. Please remember that another person's safety may depend on your veracity.
I thought I had been very clever. Now I know better. Here's what happened, I swear. I heard Felix making a commotion about 10 o'clock and went to calm him. I found him gnawing a dead man's leg. This Gardner fellow had fallen or jumped into his cage and Felix had killed him. Lions are very territorial, you know. I dragged the corpse out of the pit and put him outside the MD's office. I just couldn't carry him any further. Then I cleaned Felix's pit the best I could in the dark. I didn't want Felix to be put down for something that really wasn't his fault. Gardner was either drunk or he committed suicide.
Actually, he was neither, Mr. Kingsley. He was, as I said, murdered, and his murderer wanted to make it look like Felix was the perpetrator.
How insidious. People really are disgusting.
Is there anything else you can tell us, Simon?
No, I think I've told it all. I'm so happy Felix won't be blamed.
Simon, I need to examine something in Felix's cage. Would it be possible for you to occupy Felix so that I may go down into the pit?
Of course, if you think it's important.
It may be a matter of a young woman's life or death.
I'll get dressed and meet you at Felix's cage.
Fine. We'll return there immediately. Thank you. We must return to the lion's cage with all possible haste, Watson. I may have made a grave error.
That I doubt, Holmes. A minor miscalculation, perhaps, but no more.
Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson, go right in.
It is imperative that we see Mr. Moorhead, Miss Granger.
I'm sorry, you've just missed him, Mr. Holmes. He was very upset when he left.
Do you know where he's gone?
No. A boy delivered a message, which Mr. Moorhead read privately. Then he asked me to shut the office door on my way out, which usually means he's opening the safe. A minute later, he left without saying a word.
Do you have a key for the office door?
No. Mr. Moorhead and Mr. Gardner have the only keys as far as I know.
Perhaps we could get it from Gardner's body at the zoo. Inspector Gregson must still be there.
Watson. I'm sorry to inform you like this, Miss Granger. Mr. Gardner was found dead at the zoo. In any case, Watson, there were no personal effects found with the body.
That's dreadful. Who could have done such a thing?
I believe that Mr. Moorhead is in grave danger, Watson.
Agreed, Holmes. Gardner's murder was cunningly planned. He appeared to have been assassinated, but why and by whom and where is Anna Caddaway? Did she play a part in this murder?
Careful, Watson. Control yourself. I believe I know the answers to some of your questions, but wait for it. All will become clear soon. I don't like this even a little, Watson. Moorhead obviously does not know that his partner was lured to his death. Now he's been called away under mysterious circumstances.
Well, perhaps his absence has an innocent explanation, Holmes. No offense, but sometimes I think you smell too many rats. Conspirators under the bed and all that, if you take my meaning.
Fair enough, Watson. But I know that Moorhead is in danger, and so do you. We must find out where he has gone. We've got to get into that office, Watson, even if it means breaking down the door. Miss Granger can be of no assistance to us now.
Perhaps there is a key hidden about the office somewhere.
There is no time to look, Watson. We must get through that door immediately.
Then I suggest we heave the heaviest available portable object through it.
Excellent, fellow. Let's do it. Here it is, Watson. A sinister message indeed. Listen, Watson. Be on platform 2 at the St. Pancras station in 10 minutes if you want to see your partner or your client again. Bring the pendant. Come alone. I'll be watching you. There's not a moment to lose, Watson. St. Pancras station will be deserted this time of day.